everybody, and today I wanted to make a small bite-sized tutorial on how you can use V0 to generate fun, playful UIs. Just a quick side note, V0 I don't think is yet the tool you want to be using in enterprise projects. It is a great tool if you want to prototype. Specifically, the model is trained on Next.js code up to the latest versions, Vercel documentation. So it is really up to date into what we call the modern stack, right? Chatsi UI, Tailwind, Next.js, even I think version 15, which came out last week. So what we will be doing today is we will be making a Diwali greeting card. So I think this is pretty fun and playful. And all of this, by the way, is unscripted. I am recording live as I go, and you will see my thought process as I go and how I work with this tool. So the first thing I like to do is I want to start general. So create a Diwali greeting card. I like to start general just because V0 itself is great. But every large language model has what we call attention and context. You never want to give it too many things because it really could forget about something. So if you're giving it too many details of what you want, it is highly likely that a bunch of this, gets lost. So already we have something pretty fun. A thing I don't like is that the contrast ratio is not good, right? The background is not super nice. So now the following prompts, we will start to iterate a little bit like we would in a feature, right? We iterate, we test what works, and we come back to it. What I don't like is this SVG pattern here. So already I will tell it, please remove the background SVG pattern. All right, so the second iteration here is done. As you can see, the background was removed. I still don't like these small three little icons. So sometimes it will do things that I'm not really asking. So I will ask it, remove the decorative emojis, sparkle, dia lamp, and firework, and lantern. So sometimes this is something you need to do. You need to slowly get to where you want. And the reason is that this is still new technology and it's improving by the day. It's getting better and better. But the more you give is focus prompt, small focus prompts that it can pull off really well, the better you'll get of a result. So the card here is already pretty cute, but I think I want to add a background behind it. So I'll tell it, add a background behind the card that will have a few stars like dawn and a bit of sunlight left. So here, this is something pretty complex. You need typically maybe an SVG background, or maybe you need to pick an image on a stock image provider like a Getty image or Shutterstock. But it is able to generate things using, this mat.random here for placing the stars. And as you can see, it's getting pretty good. It's even adding the little sun I asked at the bottom. So this is starting to look a bit like Diwali. So the only things I think I'm not a big fan of here is we have this little text at the bottom that I think is not really readable. So I will say, please make the text at the bottom bigger. This will be my last prompt. We could iterate on this. There's crazy stuff being created on top of V0, but I just wanted to show you the process of what I do, how I tweak what I don't like, how I add piece by piece what I want. This is how you work with this tool. You work alongside it, you guide it. You're a bit of a conductor of an orchestra. So I think this is pretty nice. So the nice thing about this is that after this, you'd be able to add it to your code base using a command line tool. You'd be able to simply fork it and say, I like it in this state, but I want to create another version without messing up that one. But what I think is pretty nice is that now you can send something to your friends, your product manager, your director of technology when you wanted you to prototype something, and you can click this share button. You can even publish it. All right, so let's see what it looks like when we are published. So now you have a unique URL. You can send this to your friends. I'll be putting it in the description if you're curious what it looks like. And you've created a custom website in under 5 minutes. I think we're still under the 5-minute mark. And all of this for relatively cheap. This is much cheaper than, hiring a junior dev or learning how to code, but you'll get better results if you know how to code for sure. So there you go. This was V0. Happy Diwali to everyone who celebrates, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.